All praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ha Rakah Quadash, double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone while, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom Ba Abba Babal. Alright, so I just Googled how long until they make the implantable microchip mandatory, and this is the first article that came up. It says it's called governmenttechnology.gov.govtech.com. It says, from progress to bans, how close are human microchip implants? Which the microchip is the mark of the beast. All right. And any Israelite that takes it, that receives that, they're going to be in the lake of fire, which is the nuclear destruction of America. It says a lot has happened in the past 12 months regarding human microchip implants. Here's your roundup of recent developments, which you can see this was published February 2023. So even much more has happened behind the curtain. And this is through a cyber security, right? So they're telling you this is the next step, right? They're preparing as cyber security, right? This is the next step, the implantable microchip, all right? It says a headline from The Hill in January 2023 proclaimed human microchip implants take center stage. So that's the next show. That's the next episode. All right. If you were at a concert where multiple artists were to take turns entertaining you, they're telling you the next on stage is the implantable microchip. And literally they're saying the microchip has already taken center stage. That's why you're having all these things happen, with plagues and all these different things that are happening out of the normal. I don't want to say too much with this because they'll take it down. But you know what I'm talking about with Esau's jab. With his lame ass jab. That was the test. The trial. And so they're getting ready to bring forth that device, all right, which they want to put under your skin the size of a grain of rice. And they're going to do it by deception, making it mandatory for buying and selling. They're going to make it feel like you have no other way but to accept it. But the hopeful elect that are going to be delivered, we're trusting in Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. And we know what we worship. It says, here's how that article begins. The novelty, this is meaning new, of replacing one's home key. See, it's a new way of life. You used to have a house key, you don't need it no more. They got the microchip. With a microchip implant is gaining worldwide. And this is going to be a worldwide event when they make it mandatory for buying and selling. It's going to be worldwide. It says worldwide interest, but there's another more compelling story under the surface. Why is this technology an integrated circuit the size of a grain of rice? And this is language that the brothers, starting with the apostle elders, use. All right? This is because these prophecies are actually unfolding in this generation. It says, revealed by some and celebrated by self-proclaimed human cyborgs. See? So there's some people, the majority of the people want to take it. They're going to take it. They're eager to take it. All right? Just like the Esau's lame jab, right? when Esau tried to strike with his venom, with that left weak ass jab, right? You saw all the people lining up. They were sitting in the car waiting for, their turn to feel Esau's lame ass jab. All right. It says arguably William Shakespeare Hamlet, which he was a so-called black man, offers the most elegant explanation. Nothing is neither good nor bad. And when I say a so-called black man, I mean an Israelite, an American so-called Negro. That's what he was. All right. And just like you have Spike Lee, and through the spirit, that could be William Shakespeare, one that wrote theater, It says, nothing is neither good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. However, it would be prudent to tell Prince Hamlet that not all microchip implants are designed alike, and understanding the technological design enables one to better evaluate the competing viewpoints. Today, more than 50,000 people have elected to have a subdermal chip surgically inserted between the thumb and index finger. And forgive me if you hear any noise, background noise. Spirits get roused up when this truth comes out. You know what I'm saying? So please forgive me if you hear any background noise. And I'm going to just continue. May you be edified to the point that you understand that implantable microchip is the mark of the beast, and you do not want to take it. Refuse to take it. Death is better than taking that implantable microchip. All right. It says, today, more than 50,000 people have elected to have a subdermal chip surgically inserted between the thumb and index finger. That's what the prophecy says. In between the finger and the thumb and in the forehead. But you could put it anywhere, you'll still be condemned by it. You're not supposed to be putting microchips inside your body. It says, serve as their new swipe key or credit card. See? So this is going to be a new world order in Germany. For example, more than 2,000 Germans have opted to receive these implants. One man even used it to store a link to his last will and testament. See, they're going to promote it as a good thing, but it's really going to condemn you. As chip storage capacity increases, perhaps users could even link to the complete works of Shakespeare. See, and they're mocking, because really it's a trap, it's a snare. All right, and Esau Edom is the fowler that sets the snare, but the hopeful elect are anointed and weak as seed. So he's not going to be able to get us, because the elect believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and are sealed from that corruption. So the elect are going to be willing to die before they even, take that device. It won't even be a thing. It'll be right away. Hey, we know what it is. We've been going over this and over this and over this and over this, to be perfect in this. We know what is right and what is wrong when it comes to this implantable microchip. It is wrong. All right. Now, a microchip outside the body, that's just a microchip outside the body. But a microchip being put inside your body, that's an unclean act. That's actually a sin, because you're not supposed to make no cuttings of the flesh, and you're not supposed to commit any idolatry, because that act of allowing Esau to implant you with a microchip will actually declare you to be his. So you don't want to be taking that implantable microchip, all right? So I'm going to just get the verse and I'm going to wrap it up. It says in Revelation 13 and 16, it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." So they're going to make it mandatory that you have this implantable microchip to be able to function in the world, because the wicked are ruling, the so-called Caucasians. "Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast." So we put the prophecies together, and we could see that it's clearly the so-called Caucasian, Esau, Edom. "For it is the number of a man," that man being the so-called white man, starting with their elite, which they even tell you who's really doing it in this generation. They know them as the Illuminati. That's why on the back of the dollar it declares that they have the approval to bring forth a new world order, and they have 1776, on there, when the birth of the Illuminati, right, which are the elite of the so-called white race that are controlling the banks and the politics. It says, "Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636, which is Chi Psi Stigma, which goes back to the Greek, which the Greeks were actually Edomites. All right, they were fugitives back then. They're fugitives today. They are guilty of murder. They're guilty of theft. They're guilty of lying. They're guilty of destroying the earth. They're guilty of plotting to bring forth this implantable microchip and make it mandatory for buying and selling, even though they know that the hopeful elect cannot accept that, right? And they're going to bring down draconian law to where they say that if you don't accept their device, the size of a grain of rice, that they will behead you. So, this is the end of Esau. All right. This act is going to be the cherry on top, and he's going to be destroyed. All right. Now it says in Revelation 14 and 9, this is dealing with the Israelites that take this. The Israelites have been scattered throughout the world in slavery. They're going to look like all the nations, right? But the foundation of where they are is here in America, North America, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. But the Israelites been scattered all over the world, and they look just like all the other nations as well, because we've been allowed to take the other nations' women and have children with them. So the child would come from the seed of the father, but because the DNA of the mother, the features could be altered to look like the nation of the mother. But the bloodline always goes back to the father. All right? It says in Revelation 14 and 9, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the Father, Yahweh Shai is the Son, which is poured out which is poured out without mixture. No mercy is going to be shown to anyone that takes that device here in America." It says, "Into the cup of his indignation," which is America, "and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb." And this is why you see all these Jake coming in from the southern border of America. You see people coming from not only, the South America and Central America and the Caribbean, but Africa, China, they're all being brought in here to be slaughtered by nuclear missiles, right? But the Lord is in control of everything, so he's just, and everything he does is holy. You see, because he's going to destroy the wicked and them that do wickedly, and then establish righteousness, which he's already doing through his prophets and the spirit of his son that they testify of, which is the spirit of prophecy. We're telling you that he's coming back to establish righteousness, right? And that's what our message is that he's coming back. That's why we're telling our people to repent, and we're repenting ourselves. But our people that are going to be saved, they're going to cleave to this truth that we speak through the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and they're going to repent and return to their rightful lot, whether they're male or whether they're female, so that they might be saved. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Wa abba.